Manual software updates with the help of SCCM, System Center Configuration Manager. You can test your software updates which you would like to plan, which you would like to add in ADRs. With the help of manual updates, you can achieve that. And also, if there's a patch which has been actually came out, or a vendor has released a patch and you want to deploy it and it's not part of the regular updates, with the help of manual updates, you can do that as well. So in the previous video, we have looked at how to install software update point role, and also we looked at the configuration of software update point role as well. If you have not checked out that video, link is given in the description and you can check it out. In addition to that, I left a full link to the playlist of SCCM Beginner's Guide in the description of this video as well. You can click on that and you will see all the videos I have added to that playlist and you can check it out, all these videos. Hello everyone, this is Jay Singh. Welcome to my channel, TechNext Solutions. Alright, so let's get started. So for this video, the prerequisites are the first thing that you should check out, that your site is healthy, and apart from that, you have installed SUP, Software Update Point Role, and configured it. Once you do that, and let's jump into it and let's have a look how we can actually do manual software updates with the help of System Center Configuration Manager. Alright, so I have logged on to TechNext-SCO1 and you can see that I will open Configuration Manager console. So let it load, and once it loads, we will move on to administration in the workspaces. Click on administration, and then we will click on site configuration in the navigation pane. So click on site configuration, extend it. In one of the nodes you will see sites. Click on that and you can see the site, which is a standalone primary site in my case. Click on that, and in the ribbon there is configure site components. Click on that and then click on software update point. Alright, so new window will open. In this window, we can decide what are the products that we need the software updates for and what are the classifications, so which is very important. In this video, I'm taking an example of Windows 10 1903, so where I'm going to deploy updates. So in the products, I should select Windows 10 1903 or later. Okay, so if I scroll down in all products, I will go down to Windows 10 1903 later, and I will make sure that I will check the box so that it will sync the updates for Windows 10 1903 and later. Okay, so it is here, Windows 10 version 1903 and later, so it is already checked, which is good. And apart from that, I have also checked for Windows Defender updates. However, I'm not going to deploy in this video Windows Defender update, but just for a test I have ticked that box as well. Apart from that, in the classifications tab, if you click on that, you can see all the different classifications. I have checked critical updates, definition updates, and security updates as well. All right, and other thing that we haven't talked about in the previous video is supersedence rules. Click on that. On that tab, you will see at the bottom, run WSUS cleanup after sync. So what this option does, if you tick that box, it will actually delete any updates which are superseded, which are not required for the end client. Okay, for the end OS, end operating system, in our case it is Windows 10 1903. So I will tick that box anyway, and I will click on apply. Any change that you make here, make sure you apply the changes that you make, and once you're happy with everything here, click on OK. So once you're happy with the products and classifications, then you can actually check the sync, if sync has occurred or not. You might have to do a manual sync, or you might have to wait for the sync to occur if you make any changes in the products and classifications. So if I click on monitoring, and in monitoring workspace, and then further in the navigation pane, I will click on software update point sync. So I will click on that, and then you can see that sync has occurred. The sync was occurred at 11:33 a.m. At the moment it is 11:47 a.m. In my case, I haven't made any change in the products or classifications, so any software update available in the software library will be up to date. So then we will go to software library workspace, and then we will extend software updates, and then click on all software updates. So here are all software updates available. Okay, so these are the software updates available for Windows 10 1903 and later, and also for Windows Defender as well. Okay, so I'm going to deploy updates only for Windows 10 1903, and I'm not going to deploy for Windows Defender. Okay, for just for this video. So what I have to do is I will actually filter the updates. So to filter the updates, in here you can see add criteria. Click on that, and so I will select product, and I will select supersedence as well. So superseded actually. So I will select superseded, and I will select product, which is here. Select that and click on add. So now in the product, I will click on here. So by default, it selects Active Directory Rights Management Services Client 2.0. We don't need that. So click on that. What we need is we need Windows 10 1903 and later. So I will scroll down, and I will select Windows 10 1903 and later. So here it is, Windows 10 version 1903 and later, and superseded updates. So do you want to download superseded updates as well or not? I don't need it, so I will click on no. So we don't want any superseded updates. Okay, so once you make the required changes and you are happy with your change, and then click on search. So it will filter out all the updates which are available for only Windows 10 version 1903 and later. So now what we can do is we can create a group of all these updates. All right, so what I will do here, I will do Control A, and it will select all the filtered updates, and we will create a new group. So to do that, I will right click, and I will select create software update group. Okay, and I will name it Windows 10 1903 updates 01. And if you want to add a description, you can add a description as well, but I'm not going to do that, and I will click on create. So once you click on create, on the navigation pane you can see that software update groups. So you click on that, and you will see your software update group available here. Okay, so now the next step is to deploy this software update group. So when you deploy software update group, it will download all the updates, and it will deploy all these updates to the end client. Okay, in our case the end client is Windows 10 1903. So to deploy this software update group, I will right click on that, and I will click on deploy. Okay, so new window will open, and here we have to make some changes. So the collection where you want to deploy these software updates, so I will browse, and I have already made a collection which is Technex computers, and Windows 10 1903 device is part of this collection. Okay, so I will click on OK, and I will click on next. All right, so here we have deployment settings. So type of deployment, so you want to make it required update or you want to make it available update. So I will make it required, and you can use wake on LAN as well if you want to, and detail level as well, so only success and errors. So this is if there's success, and if there are any errors, you will see that in the console. I will click on next. So here you can schedule that. I will pick client local time as soon as possible, and here as well as soon as possible installation deadline. So this is just a test environment. So however, you can go with a specific time and what time it should actually, there's a deadline, or what time it should start. All right, so I will click on next. So user experience, so here what users will see: display in software center and show all notifications. That is fine. If you want, you can pick any other option as well. So here's the deadline behavior. So when deadline is reached, what you want the updates to do. So software updates installation, system restart if necessary. So this is it depends on the environment you have. You will go with these settings according to your environment, according to the needs what you have. Suppress the system restart on the following devices. So you can go with servers or workstations. Again, it depends on the needs. What are your needs? So you will pick your options according to your needs. Okay, so if you select servers and workstation, so it will suppress the system restart. So what will happen, it will not force the reboot automatically. Okay, so you can select which option you want to go with, and I will uncheck that because I don't need this. and software updates deployment re-evaluation behavior upon restart. So if there's any restart required, and the software evaluation will occur after restart as well. So this is the option for that. You can tick that box as well. Click on next, and these are the alerts, and I'm not going to configure any alert for this one. Click on next, and here we have an option for deployment package. So we are going to create a new deployment package. I'm going to name it Windows 10 1903 updates 01. So I named it Windows 10 1903 updates 01 package. So it will differentiate it from the name of the group. And you can add some description as well if there's anything needed. And package source. So here you are going to provide a network path where SCCM will download all the updates. So I'm going to browse, and I have a network path. I'm going to define it. I have got this shared drive, which is applications, and in updates I'm going to put it Windows 10 updates 01, and I will select that folder. Okay, sending priority for this one, I'm going to make it high, and that's all. So I will click on next. So select your distribution point or group. I have got distribution point only. I do not have a group, so I will go with the distribution point, and I will select one. And next, so the download location, so it will download software updates from the internet, or you can actually specify where the software are already downloaded, and it will download all the updates from that specified location. However, I will download software updates from the internet directly. Click on next, and this is language. If you want, you can edit and change it. I'm happy with English. And I will click on next. So next we have download settings. So here's the behavior of the client when it downloads updates from a neighbor boundary group or the default site boundary group. So in the deployment options, you want it to download software updates from the distribution point and install. And also in the second one, download and install software updates from the distribution points in the default boundary group. And here we have another two options. So if software updates are not available on the DP, you can tick that box. The client will go ahead and download from internet, which is basically if for this lab I don't want this to happen, so I won't select any of these two options. And I will click on next. So in the next page we can see all the summary and updates which are targeted. All the updates are here, and then we will click on next. On the next page we will see the progress, and we will see that SCCM will download all the updates, and it will put in the target location which we have selected in the deployment package part. So let's click on next, and we will see that the progress, and we will see that that it will try to download all the updates. So if you want to see what happens, we will go to that path where we have selected. So I will go to that network location in applications and in updates. In Windows 10 updates 01, this is the path that we have selected. We can see that there's already one folder, so SCCM is trying to download all these updates. Apart from that, we can check out logs as well. So the one log that we are interested at this point of time is, so if we go to this PC and root directory of SCCM, local disk C, program files, and in here we have Microsoft Configuration Manager. In here we will go to logs and open that, and in logs we are interested in dist mgr.log. So open that, and here you will see that SCCM is trying to download updates. So here you can see that it says adding these contents to the package TEK 00010 version 1. So if I minimize this, and I'll minimize this as well. So what we will do is we will click on deployment packages, and here is a deployment package which is TEK 00010. Okay, so it is downloading the updates. So what I will do is, we can see the progress here. So I will be back once this is done and all our updates are ready. Or what we can do is, I will log on to the client actually while we are waiting. So PC01 is here, and I will log into this one, and we will see what are the updates available, or what are the updates already installed on this client. So let's log on to PC01. Alright, so I have logged on to PC-01, and we will go to settings, and then in settings we will go to update and security. So within update and security we will check installed updates. So it is here, view update history, and then you can see that these are the updates which are already installed. Okay, this is fairly up to date computer. You can see that the last update was installed on 1709, and it is Adobe Flash Player update, which is KB4516115. All right, so what I will do is we might have to uninstall one or two updates so that we can see that we are getting updates from SCCM, because this computer is fairly up to date. So KB45, what I will do, I will click on uninstall updates, and we will select Adobe Flash Player, and I will uninstall that. Okay, so that one is uninstalled, which was KB4516115. I will minimize that, and we will go back to SCCM, and we can see that all the updates are downloaded and our software updates are ready from our SCCM side. Let's just close that. So if you go to software update groups, and you can right click, and you can see, if you click on show members, what are the updates which are part of this group. Okay, so what we will look for is Adobe Flash Player, that update KB, it ends with KB451615. Okay, all right, so these are the updates which are actually we just uninstalled from our PC-01. All right, so what I will do, I will minimize that. We will go back to PC-01, and we will open Software Center on PC-01. So here, let's minimize this one, and we will open Software Center. So click on updates. We should see some updates sometime soon, or we can force our PC-01 to check the updates. To force that, we will go to Control Panel, and Control Panel Home, large icons, and then click on Configuration Manager, and here we will click on Actions, and we will select Software Update Deployment Evaluation Cycle. Okay, run now. Click OK, and I will also update software updates scan cycle as well. Run now. Click OK. So click OK, minimize this, and sometime shortly we should see something here. All right, so it took about 10 to 15 minutes. Exactly, I'm not sure how long it took actually. So if you look into PC-01, the update that I uninstalled, it is actually installed right now. So you can see that in updates, it is Adobe Flash Player update, which was initially installed, and I uninstalled it. And it actually sensed it that it needs this update, and it pulled down that update from from our SCCM server. So you can see that this update is installed. So this is how you actually install updates with the help of SCCM if you want to do manual updates. Okay, so now let's discuss about what are the logs that which you will be interested on the client side. So if you open File Explorer, and then you go to the root directory, and then local disk C in my case, and then click on Windows, and then here we have CCM. Open that, and in CCM click on logs. So here we have all the logs, so but few logs that we are interested in for manual deployment. So let's have a look at these logs. So the first log is WUA handler. So this log has it has all the information about searching for updates. Apart from that, you will be interested in updates, deployment. So this is another log, and this log, it has all the information about deployment, evaluations, and enforcements of the client. And there's another one, updates handler, just below updates deployment. So updates handler, it has all the information about compliance, scanning, and download. Apart from that, also installation of updates on the client. And then there's another one here, you can see updates store. So update store, it has information about the compliance of updates that are scanned as part of the compliance scanning. Okay, so that's all on the client side. Let's go back on the SCCM server and see what we can get information there. So let's go to technex-SCO1. So here, if you click on all software updates, here we have all the software updates, and then we will click on software update groups. Okay, so here you can see that number of collections deployed to 1, and compliant here is 1. So one of the client has got compliant. Okay, the client is PC-01, which is compliant. If there's any non-compliant client, it will come up here as 1, and if there's any unknown, it will come here as 1. Alright, so in this video we have looked at how to deploy manual updates, how to push out manual updates with the help of System Center Configuration Manager, and in the next video we are going to look at ADRs, automatic deployment rules, where we can actually automatically deploy all the updates. And also, if you feel like this video is informative, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also show your support, subscribe to my channel, and click on the bell icon to get all the latest updates. I will see you in the next video.